A lot of people want to know what's the best system for actually trimming down body fat and keeping it off for pretty much ever, right? People want to find that perfect routine or whatever it might be to get rid of that body fat and not have to deal with it, like I said, forever. Well, the best routine to do is the one that you are married to, the one that you enjoy to do, the one that you can be consistent with. That's the one that's going to get you the results you want to get. I tell this to people all the time. There isn't a one size fits all approach. Okay? If you can find something that works for you, then keep on doing it. Don't deviate from that plan. A lot of people tend to do something for a couple weeks and then stop doing it after. Like, for example, trying to burn off body fat. They'll stop being in a calorie deficit. And then they're saying, oh, yeah, that diet isn't working. Well, it's not working because you're not on it. And it's obviously because it's not sustainable for you. You have to figure out a way to make that diet sustainable for you, whether it's changing a few of the kinds of foods you eat in that diet, or maybe you're not giving yourself a cheat meal during that week. So you have to find ways to allow yourself to be constantly consistent with what you're doing, right? You don't want this thing that you're doing just to be a one-off thing. You want it to be a lifestyle thing. You want to consistently do it for the rest of your life. You want to integrate that system into your normal life. And I tell that to a lot of people. The best diet is the one that you can stick to. As cliche as that sounds, that is the truth, okay? If you told me to eat rice, broccoli, and chicken every day, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not eating that every day. I don't want to. That's not the way I want to live the rest of my life, okay? So I eat the foods for me, the system that works for me, I eat the foods I like to enjoy, try to get the foods that have gone through, the least amount of processing as possible. And, I make time to prep whatever I want to eat. Okay, if I want to eat it and I know it's going to help me be consistent, it's going to push me, to be consistent, I'm going to do it. Okay, because I'm worried about the result. Okay. And at the same time, if I can make that system, integratable with my life, that's the perfect mix right there, right? So, the way you're going to find your system is you have to try different things, see what you like, see what you don't, and see what you're consistent with over time and what's most importantly delivering results, okay? And it all comes down to the consistency. At the end of the day, I think most things work. It's just people are not consistent enough. Like I said earlier, they'll try something for a couple weeks and then stop and then be like, I'm not seeing any results. Well, because you stopped. You have to give it a good amount of time. You have to give it a few months before you could be like, okay, maybe we could adjust this. Maybe we could adjust that. You have to create your own best system for you. Okay? I can't give you Chris Bumstead's system and then tell you to follow that because that system might not work for you. Chris Bumstead, 6-time Mr. Olympia, jacked, 250 pounds, doesn't matter. His system works for him, okay? That system may not work for you because maybe you can't even stay consistent with it. So you really need to look at all these variables and, try to establish what works and what doesn't work, okay? So I think it took me a while when I was younger, just from personal experience, to find a system that actually works for me. Because when I got into the whole fitness thing, I didn't really know enough about nutrition, and I didn't know how many calories I should be eating. I just, there were so many things I was uneducated about. And over time, it took me a while to develop the system that I have now with my nutrition. Okay, the the couple things that I like to do is just make the nutrition as easy as possible. Try not to overcomplicate it. Make sure I could hit, the calories I need to hit for the day, and make sure the system is just not a complex one. Okay, those are probably the three things that I look at when I'm looking at any kind of diet or training program, whatever it is. I always look at that thing. How can I integrate this as easily as possible whilst I'm getting my desired results? Okay? Because at the end of the day, we're all doing this for a result. Obviously, yes, we want this to, be integrated into our lifestyle, of course. But we're all doing this because we want to look a certain way. We want the result as easy as possible. Okay? It doesn't mean that you take the easy route and you don't have to do hard work. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to put your head down and, work a little bit harder than usual. But you try to go through every little variable and try to minimize the difficulty of each thing. Okay? That's what I've learned for the past 7 years of doing this whole nutrition and training, whole thing, whatever you want to call it. Can't find the word right now, but yeah, just wanted to hop on and share a little bit of that. I feel like everyone's trying to find the perfect routine or system, but they haven't really even discovered what do they like, right? If you find out what you like and what you don't like, you could base your system around that, essentially. Okay, so you could find out your parameters, find out the variables, and then your system's going to come all together pretty quickly. So try a couple things, see what you like, see what you don't like, and make sure you're able to marry that system into your life. So that's all I've got today. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.